All right, your vocabulary for this weekend. An exact position or point, is an exact position or location in a plane that's represented by a dot. It literally looks like this. A lot of times the letter is next to it. That's a point. A line is a straight line with arrows on the end, which indicates that it keeps going forever and it's an infinite set of points. A line segment is also a straight line, except it stops on each end. There is no arrow. A ray has an endpoint on one side and keeps going forever on the other end. A circle is a set of points on a plane at a certain distance or radius from a single point in the center. So it has a center, and then all of these points that are out here are inside the circle or part of the circle. That distance is the radius and is the same no matter where you draw it. The angle is made up of two rays, so one endpoint with two rays coming off of it. That common endpoint forms an angle, and that common endpoint is called a vertex. A perpendicular line is a line that intersects another line at exactly a 90-degree angle. The lines can keep going, they can be line segments, they can stop, but when they cross at exactly a 90-degree angle, the two line segments, lines, rays, whatever it is you have, straight things that you have, are considered perpendicular. Parallel lines are lines that do not share and will not ever share any of the same points. They're the same distance apart all the way down, no matter where you are on them. All right, the distance along a line is the distance between 2 points on the line. So it's the space, this length is the distance. The length between A and B is the distance between 2 points on a line. Degrees is a unit measure for angles. So whatever measure this is, let's say it's 60 degrees, that's the measure. It's the unit measure, and that's the symbol for it, the little dot up there, the little open circle. An acute angle is an angle that's less than 90 degrees, so that would be acute angle. That would be an acute angle. All right, a right angle measures exactly 90 degrees. Okay. An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees, so that would be an example of an obtuse angle because it's bigger than 90 degrees. A straight angle is just a straight line, and the angle is 180 degrees. Adjacent angles are two angles that share a common side. So this ray would be common to both angles, making the two angles adjacent angles. They are side by side. Vertical angles kind of looking at each other across straight lines. So they share a common vertex. I call that kissing V's. These two angles are vertical angles. They're always equal to each other, just as a side note. A linear pair are two angles that are adjacent and supplementary. They are adjacent and they form a straight line. So they add up to 180 degrees if you were to add them together. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to equal 90 degrees. They don't always have to touch though. Where a linear pair, they'd have to touch. Complementary angles do not have to touch. Supplementary angles also could touch or could not touch. It's easier to draw them the ones that do. So again, together they'd be a linear pair. Separately, they would just be supplementary. And exterior and interior angles. All right, if you are looking at a triangle like this, inside the triangle would be your interior angles. Outside the triangle would be your exterior.